Hey guys, what's up? Whoopsie Yaya here. Before you think I've turned to a complete asshole, let me say this. Don't revive when you think it's unsecure to do so. What do I mean by that? Most of the time, when you go in for a revive, or when people go in for a revive, they get killed too. So your team just didn't lose one ticket, your team lost 2 tickets, which is really bad. And if you're the last guy on your squad, and you were alive and now you're dead, that means your squad mates can't respawn on you, which is even worse because now you've got to build up the attack wave all over again and your team is gonna lose more tickets because every attack wave costs additional tickets. So when should you revive? Essentially this question boils down to the following question. When is it safe to revive? When can you be sure that you won't get killed if you go in for a revive? And in this video I'm gonna show you a few tips and tricks on how to revive correctly and how to make sure your teammate survives and you survive too. And I'm also going to talk about when you just have to let it go, when you just can't go in for a revive because it's just simply not safe to do so. It's tough on your teammate and it's tough on your feelings of knighthood, chivalry and being a good team player, but that's what you got to do to benefit your team and to survive. So I'm going to focus on both sides, for example, when you have to let it go, when you shouldn't revive, but also how you can secure revives, how you can really get revives that you wouldn't normally get or that wouldn't normally be safe to do so. So let's think about the thought process that goes on when a friend of yours, a teammate of yours gets killed. The first thing that you gotta realize is obviously that there is an enemy in the area. Now the next question you gotta ask yourself is, where is the enemy, right? So where is he sitting? What about the environment? Is there a second level, like an upper level, like for example at the C flag on Donya Fortress? Is there lots of cover around in the area? Could the enemy be sitting behind one of those covers? Check the minimap as well. Is the enemy on the minimap? In which direction is he looking? What about audio and visual information? Did you see bullets fly through the air and kill your friend? Did you hear something? Or did you not hear anything? And finally, how long has your friend been lying there on the floor? So all these little important pieces of information will give you a better picture of where the enemy is, what he is doing and in which direction he is looking. And that is very important to know because it's going to influence your decision on whether it's safe to revive your teammate or not. And by the way, I wouldn't recommend you using the KH-2002 on Donya Fortress. I'm just using it here as a tryout. I was trying out the KH-2002 in various scenarios, and I can tell you on Donya Fortress, there's just too many corners with people jumping out with shotguns, and you know, you've got the time to kill of the KH-2002 is just not enough for that kind of situation where the other guy's got a shotgun in his hand. But you can use it on Scrap Metal or Operation 925. That worked actually quite well. And used to be able to get KDs of 41 on those maps with the KH-2002. But back to reviving. So the next question you have to ask yourself is this. Do you have to leave cover to revive your teammate? Now, sometimes your teammate gets killed just as he leaves cover and you can revive him from, you know, just the position you're in. You're in cover, you know, it's pretty safe to do so. But it gets really interesting when your teammate died out of cover. And at this point I would say this. If you're not 100% sure that, you know, it's perfectly safe to revive your teammate, don't go in for the revive because, you know, from my 600 hours on Battlefield I can tell you in 60-70% you will just get killed as well. Simple as that. And that's just not good enough. So, you know, do something good for your team, you know, subdue your feelings of chivalry and being a team player and just don't go in for the revive, you know, let your teammate respawn on you. Your team benefits, you benefit, and yeah, it's just better that way. But on the other hand, if you know 5 of you guys are pushing and 1 of you guys died during the push out of cover, but you know that, you know, you can tell from the minimap that you guys have already advanced further than that and it's obviously safe to do so, obviously go in for the revive and secure that 1 ticket for your team. There are a few exceptions. For example, when you're rushing, you're playing rush on the attacking team and your team's got like 1 or 2 tickets left and 3 of you guys just died. You sometimes just gotta have to take the risk, you know, even if it's a 30% chance, and just go on for the revive, try revive 3 of your guys. You know, possibly throw a grenade before that or put down some suppressor fire on the enemy just to give you a bit of a better chance of surviving and your 3 guys as well. But yeah, sometimes you just have to do it, and because if you don't do it you'll definitely lose. But if you do it, you still got maybe like a 20-30% chance of winning or surviving, and you just gotta go and yeah, do your best to get that chance. There are really no hard and fast rules about when to revive or when not to. Or, I mean, if you wanted to make a set of rules, there'd probably be 100 rules, you know, because there's a lot of factors that influence your decision whether to revive or not. But essentially it all boils down to this one question: is it safe to revive? That's it, you know? Because if it's not safe and you go in for the revive, you get killed as well, your teammate gets killed again, and you lose 2 tickets instead of 1, and potentially you lose the, you know, the momentum of the attack wave. So ask yourselves all these questions that we discussed earlier, you know, think about all the information that you can get from your surroundings, sound, audio, visual, and the minimap to establish, you know, a picture of where your enemy is and whether it's safe to go in for the revive or not. And here's what you can do to get more revives for your team than you would probably normally do. If you have grenades, you know, and you think the enemy is sitting behind cover, throw a grenade. Whilst he is moving out of cover, you know, he won't be able to shoot at you. So that's the 1 second that you got to jump out of cover, maybe revive your teammate and get back into cover. Or you could put down suppressive fire on your enemy and you know, if the situation allows, you know, suppress him, run out of cover, revive, go back into cover and secure the revive that way. And when you do so, quick revive. Quick revive is basically when you put out your defibs, you revive, and as soon as you've revived, you switch to your primary weapon. That way the revive happens a lot faster than you normally do. Normally when you use the defibrillator, you know, you put it down on your team player, it goes and then you release it, and it all takes about 2 seconds, but you can bring it down to about half a second by, you know, quickly switching to your primary as soon as you did the revive. You just practice that a bit, you can see it in some of my videos, and yeah, and that allows you to perform actions like reviving your teammates out of cover after you suppress an enemy, because you only need half a second to do so. And if you have smoke, just smoke the enemy, wait maybe 1 or 2 seconds after the enemy sprayed and prayed into the smoke, and then go in for the revive, because now the enemy can't see you. Well guys, that's the end of the video. Hopefully it helps you understand how you can be a better team player and how you can survive when you revive and when you shouldn't revive, because sometimes it's tough love, you know. And here's a little question for my German subscribers. Guys, do you speak English? Do you understand what I'm saying when I'm speaking English? Let me know in the commentary section, because I don't really know whether I can make English videos and you understand them, you know. And I do want you to understand what I'm saying, because obviously you're my main, you know, subscribers. Well guys, if you learned something or enjoyed the video, please leave me a like, because that helps my videos to be found. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching and see you next time.